Kia ora, welcome to the Amateur Austenite. I'm Frances Duncan, author, Austenite, life coach. My co-host is Rachel Pilwell, book buyer, Austenite, and all-round nerd.
Hi.
We're still on our Emma adaptations, and I keep adding things to the list, so who knows when we will ever finish this.
Save me.
So I'm going to be telling Rachel about a web series adaptation called Emma Approved. Have you watched this ever?
Nope.
Have you heard of it?
Yes, because of you. I'm very Pride and Prejudice focused. It's my favourite story. So I did the whole Lizzie Bennet Diaries web series. Loved it. Never looked into any other web series for any other Austen novel. And so it wasn't until you mentioned it a little while ago that I knew it existed.
Interesting that you bring up the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, because this is made by the same people.
Ah, okay.
So immediately after the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, they did Welcome to Sanditon.
Yes.
Which was a much more fan-involved web series. And part of that was to maintain watcher interest so then they could make Emma Approved and launch to a warm audience.
That makes sense.
Emma Approved was 2013-2014 and obviously is vaguely based on Emma.
Is it set in the time of 2013, 2014, I assume?
Yes.
Like they've made it like modern for the time.
Yeah. It's real long. I think it was about 6 hours.
That's nothing.
72 episodes.
Although Lizzie Bennet Diaries was 100 episodes all up, wasn't it?
This one felt long because they were treating each person as a different client as they came in and moved out. So it felt like a bunch of different stories as opposed to one continuous one. And then there were some extras and stuff. And there was a reboot in 2017 where they tried to crowdfund to do another season of it, but they didn't get enough funding to continue. I don't know if you watched the Look Back Diaries. So Ashley Clements, who was Lizzie in the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, did a rewatch where she explained a lot of the behind the scenes stuff with other people who were involved in the project, and it was messy and they were not treated well.
God damn it. Why do they never treat the people well?
And they did not make a lot of money. So it makes sense that they were scrabbling for money to do another Emma Approved, and I was actually really surprised now that I know what went on that anyone was willing to go back.
Economy now is bad. Economy then also probably not amazing. People need work, and sometimes if that work is based on something you're passionate about, then it could be worth doing.
This one is set in an office.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzie Bennet was a university student, so it was a bit more accessible.
Sometimes it was at their house, and sometimes it was at the office when she goes to Pemberley Studios or whatever it is. Pemberley Digital, that's what it is.
Which became the name of the company that produced these web series. And then also sold them on to things like, you can see this on Apple and Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Good for visibility, not good for the actors who don't get anything from it, even though when you change the platform, all the actors are meant to get basically a percentage of each time the thing is screened. That's the standard across the entertainment industry.
It sucks that didn't happen.
One of the problems with the Lizzie Bennet Diaries and the whole Pemberley Digital drama.
No wonder they didn't get crowdfunded for the second season.
Had they jumped on it immediately, maybe they might have been able to. So the office is Emma Approved. That's the name of the business. So Emma Woodhouse and Alex Knightley are in business together. They were funded by Emma's daddy's money.
Woo!
Harriet becomes their assistant, which she is super overqualified for, and I'm not entirely sure they actually need an assistant because they don't really have any work. Alex is the one that does the business stuff, Emma does the front-facing stuff. And
you know what, though, as them working as a duo, that makes so much sense in an office setting where Emma is the face and then Knightley just does all of the background
it
work.
Works really well for their skill sets, right?
Yeah.
Emma's office looks like a teenage girl's bedroom. This is her office.
My desk at work does look like an explosion of childhood wonder.
You sell and buy children's books. I think that's appropriate.
Yeah, I've also got tinsel all over my computer and a bunch of stickers that say I bite people. So
accurate. The cameras in this one, it's still vlog style, like the Lizzie Bennet's. Emma has 2 cameras at her desk, and then she starts spotting them at other people's desks in the office without asking consent. She's like, well, you signed a thing.
I don't like that.
She is documenting her rise to winning an award in lifestyle excellence, whatever the fuck that means. I didn't have any idea what she actually does because it was couched in such vague terms, which makes me think they didn't know what it meant either.
The only job that I think works for Emma's character would be matchmaker or running a matchmaking service or something like that, you know?
That is one of the streams. About 3/4 of the way through, Alex actually outlines what Emma's job is, that she is a matchmaker, an event planner, and a life coach.
Question, why did they call him Alex instead of George?
Don't know.
I don't like it. It sounds weird. You keep saying Alex and my brain goes, who's that?
I guess they thought it was a more modern name. I don't know.
George has been a name for forever. It's still used all the time now.
So Emma's talking to the camera a lot, but she also doesn't close her office door if she's having rants at the camera, which I'm like, that's just fucking stupid. Someone's going to hear the stuff that you say. Oh, and they randomly do video calls to each other even though they're in the same office.
Oh.
You could just go walk to see that person.
That could have been an email, guys.
Also, I'm literally Emma. I've come to that conclusion again, which bothers me. Though she's not a life coach the way that most people are life coaches, she's actually telling people what to do, which is not how life coaches do.
Yeah. But Emma is bossy enough that she would be a bad life coach. Not to say that you're a matchmaker, but you have tried to matchmake me with people.
Only once. And you do like each other, so there.
We are good friends now.
They never have any clients. They're always scrabbling for clients. And then they take on, and I put in quote marks, clients who are not clients, who haven't actually signed anything and who don't pay them. Like Harriet and her sister. And Maddie Bates. Oh, Miss Bates is fantastic, by the way.
May they give Harriet a sister?
No, Emma's sister.
Emma's sister. Emma has
Izzy.
a sister?
Isabella.
Oh, right. Sorry. My brain forgot.
She actually appears on camera.
Whoa.
I know. Also, I don't know how this business functions because they never have any clients. And when they do, they can only have one at a time. That's not enough to pay for the office and 3 people's salaries. That's insanity. And when they had 2 events at the same time, everything was falling apart. You're meant to be good at managing events? What the hell? You cannot function as an events management business if you're only managing one event at a time. Also, all of their events are so last minute.
Okay, so Unity Books has done 4 events on one night before, where we had 3 offsite events and 1 in-store event, and we were able to manage doing that. We shouldn't have had to, but we did do it. Like, if we can handle that, an event company should be able to handle 2 events at a time.
You would think so. And they basically stalk clients to try and get new clients, which is just weird. Emma tries to make Harriet into her. There are a lot of terrible outfits, even though she's supposed to be this fashionista. And also inappropriate for the office, like short and open backs. And then randomly there'll be like t-shirts and jeans with heels. What was that about?
I kind of want to look up 2013, 2014 office wear. But even then, I feel like that is what people would wear to the office, like, for Gen Z.
But when they're supposed to be like, oh, we're all big professional and stuff, I don't know, it just didn't work. Emma and Alex's families are both rich, hence the Mr. Woodhouse giving them money. But the other Mr. Knightley, John, doesn't want to take money from his family or his wife's family, wants to be on his own merit. Admirable. Miss Taylor is Emma's best friend Annie. She does not have money and she's worried that Ryan Weston's family, Mr. Weston, who she's marrying, that they'll think she's a gold digger because she doesn't have the money.
Rude. Yeah. That's just one of the best characters. And you're going to slander her like that?
Frank is also super fucking rich and always going all around the globe. Jane is not rich, just like Miss Bates. And they do the weird thing that they did in the Lizzie Bennet diaries where people call each other Mr. or Miss or by their full name, and it's fucking weird.
Like how they always called Bingley and Bennet diaries, they always called him Bingley.
Mr. Collins would be like, no, I'm Mr. Collins. Like, no, your name's Ricky. Stop being weird. And he'd be like, yes, Miss Bennet. And so Emma's calling Alex Mr. Knightley for a good portion. Then they have a Christmas break, and when they come back, she's calling him Alex Knightley. I'm like, what? It's so weird. Emma plans the Westons' wedding and refuses to cancel it, but figures out that the reason Annie wants to cancel is because she thinks that she's not welcome by the family, because Ryan's whole family is rich and off all around the world, but he's really close with his stepbrother, Frank.
They make him a stepbrother instead of a son.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Not the only time that happens.
Oh my god. I don't know if that's weirder or not. I guess it depends on the age of the actor. If they couldn't get actors who were older to make it a believable portrayal of father and son, then it does make more sense to have them as brothers.
Maybe it's that they don't feel that people these days are as close with a father as they would be with a sibling.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
But Emma uses her amazing powers of stalking and bribery to find out exactly what Frank's assistant wants and sends her super expensive sunglasses to get in contact directly with Frank. And there's a weird side bit where Harriet starts a musical club. So that was another way to try and engage the fans. So she has a ukulele and writes songs and plays. So the portrait thing is Emma writes a song that Harriet sings with her ukulele.
I mean, I don't hate that as a modern interpretation. Question though, you have not mentioned the Eltons yet.
Mr. Elton is a state senator.
Oh no!
So he's a state senator that she's trying to set up with her just out of university assistant.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I was like, oh no, that gets worse. This makes it worse.
But then awesomely, Mrs. Elton is Caroline Bingley from the Lizzie Bennet diaries.
Understandable, reusing an actress.
No, you reusing character.
Oh, wait, they just make it Caroline Bingley. That's not even the same actress, it's just Caroline Bingley.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Caroline would never, I mean, well, state senator.
State senator.
Which is better than just rich man, but...
Alex is like, well, he's got a type. So true. Also because they're both Emma, Izzy, Frank, and Caroline are all mixed race Asian. Mm-hmm. Caroline and Emma, both rich, vivacious, powerful women. Mm-hmm. He got a type.
Yeah. How old is Elton's kind of character seeming in this?
He's supposed to still be quite young. Like, he's like the youngest state senator. And considering all the others are still late 20s at the oldest, I reckon, he can't be any more than early 30s.
And how old is Emma's character portrayed as?
So she's like mid-20s.
Okay.
I think. It's never actually explicitly stated.
No.
We get Harriet is 23.
Okay. And it assumes that Emma is then slightly older than that.
And she says that Izzy is 30, but Izzy's like, I'm not 30. And Emma's like, well, you seem 30, which sounds to me like Izzy is late 20s, so Emma is mid to late 20s. But because Izzy is married with kids, she seems older. At the time that this was screening, much like the Lizzie Bennet diaries, there was a lot of fan involvement. Fans were speculating about Mrs. Elton, and there was a theory that it might be Caroline Bingley, and the writers went, that's a damn good idea. And it works really well.
I think only in an adaptation where you were making Elton like a senator or something like that would it work. If he had a lesser job, like in the main canon of Austen, Caroline Bingley would never marry a clergyman.
No.
She would never even touch a clergyman.
This is part of the problem with Elton, right? He's got more power in this than he should have. The point of Elton is that he thinks he's better than he actually is.
Like, that's part of why Emma rejects him, is because she is richer and more powerful than him in every way, and she would never stoop lower. But if she's just a rich girl with a company, then it makes perfect sense that a senator would expect that she might be interested in him. It's not unreasonable for him to kind of be like, I could woo this woman, because of the dynamic is different. Whereas if he was a less powerful guy, then it's like, actually, buddy, you're not all that hot.
And she specifically points out to him, though, yeah, my dad's money and connections probably wouldn't hurt too.
Which is true. That's probably why he would want her. She still would be the desirable character anyway. I think it makes sense to have Caroline as the Mrs. Elton role in this, but I just don't think it works across the board.
Well, no, because he needs to be at a level that would suit Caroline Bingley, and Mr. Elton, as he is in the novel, is far beneath what Caroline Bingley thinks she deserves.
Like, part of the whole reason that we dislike Mrs. Elton is because she is this over-the-top kind of gaudy character who, again, is much more high and mighty than she should be. But Caroline Bingley, she's a bitch, but she is born from wealth, she is classy, and if she is being hoity-toity, it's, well, not earned, but that's how she's been raised. She is from the upper class.
So in this, she comes in trying to run things, and Emma's like, why did you hire me if you're just wanting to do all of this yourself? So it's more that Caroline's trying to run the show and being rude to Harriet, like, she's just your assistant. We hired you, sort of shit.
Still entitled bitch. I mean, in fairness, I think I'd also be a little bit annoyed if I was like, I'm hiring you, and then their assistant was just the only person doing anything.
You hire the business. That was kind of the thing. So other diversity, Jane and Maddie Bates are black. And Miss Bates, as a black woman, it's a little bit of a stereotype, but she is delightful. She's so eager about everything, and she leans into the camera and she's always like, and I told mama. And then she does the voice of her mother, and her mother's got an accent. And she does her mother's accent, so that's really cool.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to need to watch that in order to judge it properly, because I think there's a really fine line from whether it's going from just good acting into stereotype acting.
This Miss Bates is a really delightful character, and you kind of want to smack Emma for ever considering being mean to her.
I mean, you always want to smack Emma for being mean to Miss Bates.
But also Miss Bates can be annoying in the novel, but I don't think she is in this.
I do love the diversity casting of that, though, because apart from having the Bingleys as Asian in Lizzie Bennet Diaries, there was very little other. It's kind of nice to have more diverse casting. I would really enjoy seeing like a full diverse casting of Emma.
Like Tahani from The Good Place would be...
Jamila Al-Jamil.
She's almost Emma.
Jamila Al-Jamil would be an amazing.
Right?
Oh my god, we need to make that happen.
We still need to make the Miranda Hart one-woman show of every Austen happened to. I'm currently listening to her book. I haven't been entirely honest. So good. God, I love her so much. I did not know that I loved her so much.
She's a treasure.
I just want to hug her all the time.
Oh, she would give the best hugs.
She would, and I just want to cry. Oh my God, really off topic. So Emma and Alex have great chemistry, but also the actors dated.
Oh, okay.
So that could be part of the reason. You see the chemistry relatively early on. I think it was like episode 8 that I clocked and went, oh, look at that. And they're flirty. The first time I think I really noticed them being flirty was when they were talking about the marriage between their siblings.
Weird.
I know, creepy.
I don't know if that's... I guess I could see it of like, oh, well, our siblings got married. Like, what's going to happen with us? You know? I could see that. But
it wasn't like that, though. Just like the way that they were talking and the way that they were looking at each other. It just... It was cute, but also you're like, weird guys, you're talking about your siblings being married and flirting?
Hey, some people have weird kinks.
I am pulling a face.
No
You cannot
kink
see it.
shaming, Francis. No kink shaming.
True, no kink shaming. As long as you're not hurting anybody, including yourself. Emma also refers to Alex as snarky nightly for a good portion of it, which is hilarious.
I mean, that's an accurate depiction.
When at one point when she's looking for clients, she says, you know, someone who deserves my help. And he's like, who deserves my pity?
That's great. I do like that.
There was a lot of product placement.
Oh.
It was uncomfortable. It was clunky.
Yeah. They didn't like work it in very well.
It felt uncomfortable and it was so clearly product placement. They were trying to fund this thing.
Yeah.
Lizzie Bennet Diaries was the first of the literary web series adaptations. And all the ones that came after it were not as polished. So this one, very polished, very professional. But it also, because of that, doesn't seem genuine.
Like, I think that's what I liked about Lizzie Bennet Diaries, is it did just feel like a girl sitting in front of a camera making a diary.
But then when you look at it compared to other web series, it doesn't look as real. And this one is that much further than the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. So I think that's one of the reasons that it didn't do as well. Well, the product placement and it not feeling genuine. You couldn't really connect with it the same because it's too polished.
Yeah, it felt overproduced.
Like Charlotte Liu says in the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, people want it to look a little homemade. They want some mistakes.
Yeah, it's true.
And Emma approved the characters make mistakes, but that's different.
In terms of the product placement, how many products are they like pushing? Or is it just one product that they keep mentioning over and over again?
I know that there was a lot in the around posting and stuff, but they did a very heavy thing. And Mr. Elton comes in with a fancy watch that he gets phone calls and can take pictures on and stuff like that. And then Emma gets one and she gets one for Alex and she gets one for Harriet.
Okay. So it's quite obvious. Because I watch a lot of K-dramas. Almost every single K-drama I can think of watching has had some sort of product placement in it. And oftentimes it could be like a health thing, like this is really good for you if you're feeling sick and stuff. That's when they'll often do it. My favorite one was in Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, and like one of the characters comes in and is like, oh, I'm so tired. And the friend's like, yeah, you look it. Hey, I've got something I think that could help with that. And then he gives him a Copico candy, like, because it's a coffee flavored candy. He's like, this will get you up. And it's like, oh my God, it's so good. And it's like, yeah, it's so good. If I'm really run down, this is just the burst of energy I need. And it's just really weird, but really funny. It feels normal. If there wasn't product placement, I think I would be like, well, there's no product placement in this. I mean, the historical ones are normally the ones that don't have product placement because how do you fit a modern product into a historical drama? But all the modern ones that I've seen almost always do. But yeah, they just like work it into the conversation, and it's just like the friend being like, I really want this thing. Here you go, man.
I mean, that's genuine because we're often like, oh, I'm looking for this thing. And one of us goes, oh, I know the perfect thing.
You should try this. Literally at work the other day, I was like, I'm feeling kind of tired. And my coworker goes, oh, well, Melissa was drinking this thing and I had one. And the electrolytes were exactly what I needed to bounce back for the day. And I was like, oh, what is it?
That does sound like an advertisement.
It does sound like an advertisement, but it was just a genuine conversation. And I feel like K-dramas do that so well, where someone does say something and they bring it natural. I feel like it can be done really well, even in a web series. Something where it's like a really fancy watch that the average person can't afford probably. It's not the same. And it's not something you're sharing with people. Having a candy or something. Oh, I have one. Here's one for you. It's like, oh, I have this fancy watch. It's like, oh, I'm going to get this fancy watch. And it's like, oh, I'll get you a fancy watch as well. It's not a natural kind of thing. You don't just go, oh, I like your watch. It's like, oh, here you go. Have one.
I would like to take this opportunity to say that if anyone would like us to do product placements and pay us for that, yeah, we're open to bribery. Go nuts.
Yeah. Give me money. Give me free stuff.
Give me free stuff. I pay for this all myself.
I'm trying to think of what I like. Give me Baby Bell. Baby Bell, sponsor us. Give us a promotion.
So what you do not know is that every time I come to do podcasts with Rachel, I bring her Baby Bell cheese.
I love them so much. This is not a product placement. I just love them. Francis is my cheese dealer.
Better than the Austin dealer. We've been told it's like drugs. And that is our discussion, or really me telling Rachel about the web series, Ever Approved. I will put the link to the whole series in the notes. I've been Frances Duncan. This has been Rachel Pilwell.
Bye.
Thank you for listening, and we wish you happy watching.